Hello and welcome to Club 4, Episode 1 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode, 2 games for you. It's our first 2 games in charge at Crewe, Alexandra against Exeter City and Forest Green Rovers. So let's get straight into it, and I'll show you the team to face Exeter City in just a moment. Okay, here is my team selection then to face Exeter City, and it is Booth in goal, back four of Doyle, Sass Davis, O'Riordan and Ben, Harrison behind Tabiner and Armstrong in midfield, Agus and Hardy on the wings, and Wakeling up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant manager is recommending our home form's important to us. Go out there and make the advantage count. I haven't actually studied our home form versus our away form, so I am going to shy away from that one this time. I'm going to say go out there and give these fans their money's worth instead, and let's get out there and see if we can do it. So let's kick the match off. As always, first 10 minutes we're going to see how things go. And bear in mind we are focused on the bottom end of the league at the moment. Exeter just above us in the table, so a win would definitely lift us above Exeter. And it is Wakeling with a short corner to Hardy, who crosses, and the header is over the crossbar, and the chance is gone. Harrison though with a free kick hits the crossbar, and Ben misses the chance. Coleman brings it away for Exeter, but the highlight comes to an end. And so far in the opening 20 we've done really well, so let's praise them. And it's O'Riordan to Ben. Ben comes forward and into the area. Ben hits the shot and Norris with the save. It'll be another corner. What have we got this time? It's going to be an in-swinger from Wakeling to the near post, headed away. Agus to Wakeling, and the highlight comes to an end. So far we are in charge of the match, but we've not managed to make that count. O'Riordan to Hardy, back to O'Riordan, out to Ben on the right hand side, beats his man, beats a second and finds Hardy, who gets the shot in and drags it wide. So a couple of opportunities not taken in the opening half hour, and I think we need to demand more this time. And let's see how that goes down. Decidedly mixed reaction, and we are going to go in at half time, it looks like, at 0-0, but we've got a free kick. And over it is Harrison, so it'll be a right-footed around the wall, and it's just too high, doesn't test the goalkeeper. And we've got one more highlight before half-time. Tabiner back to Sass Davis, finds Harrison, over the top for Agus on the left-hand side. Agus finds Tabiner into the area, and Jacob Wakeling puts it into the back of the net for his 7th of the season, and it is Crewe Alexandra 1, Exeter City 0 at half time. So let's go into the dressing room. Yeah, we are doing well getting shots away. Do we need any substitutions though? Yes, we do. Harrison is shattered, so we'll drop Tabiner into defensive midfield. Harrison then can be replaced by Charlie Ward. Let's try. Right, Oliver Armstrong is in his best role, and so is Charlie Ward, so we'll leave them as they are. And in fact, I'm going to make a second change and take Callum Hardy off and bring on Kieran McSween So just in case anybody is wondering, the players with stars after their names are graduates of the Crewe Alexandra youth team. As you can see, we've got quite a few in the squad. The aim by the time we leave is to field the first 11 containing entirely academy graduates, and I think that's a realistic target. As the ball comes in, O'Riordan heads away, Smith keeps it in though and crosses, and it's tipped over. In fact, it's not, it's gone off the top of the bar, and the highlight comes to an end. Doyle with the throw-in into Ward, Doyle to Armstrong, Agus turns and gets the shot away, but it's high and wide. Highlight comes to an end, and I think I might make the next change now and take Agus off if I can. In fact, I'm not. I'm going to take Wakeling off and bring on Hugill so I can have a look at him. I'm going to take Tabiner off and bring on Fisher so I can have a look at him. And finally, O'Riordan for Calder. And we're into the final 8 minutes, well ahead in terms of match stats and XG, but only one up on the scoreboard. So we've got 7 minutes of added time to survive. Agus to Doyle, Ward back to Doyle, finds Fisher. Crossed in, and Jordan Hugill off the bench puts the ball in the back of the net and makes it Crewe Alexandra 2, Exeter City 0. And 90 minutes is well and truly up with 2.5 minutes into stoppage time. Cox though, in fact Doyle's won it, and we're on the attack again. Doyle into Ward, through for Hugill, who takes a touch and finds the back of the net. So he's got 2 goals off the bench, and it is Crewe Alexandra 3, Exeter City 0. And of course, being an Argyle fan, this match gives me extra reason to be pleased. And there is your full-time whistle. Crewe 3, Exeter 0. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and a home game against relegation rivals Forest Green Rovers. Team for this one: Booth in goal, back four of Doyle, Williams, O'Riordan and Ben. Harrison behind Tabiner and Armstrong in midfield. Wakeling and Hardy on the wings. Hugill up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well my assistant is recommending I want you to pick up where you left off last time out. Given the emphatic nature of the win over Exeter, I think that's entirely justified. And we're going to have to point the finger and say that. And there we go. So let's get out into the action and see if we can make it 2 wins from 2 in charge of Crewe. So we're underway, and let's see if we can put further daylight between us and the relegation zone and get the deficit to the playoffs back down to well into single figures. It is Doyle with the throw in into Armstrong, and it's a penalty. And it's going to be a number 9, which is Jordan Hugill, to take the penalty. And Hugill misses. Ejaheri with the save, so we'll have a corner. And it's going to be the near post in-swinger, I think, looking at it. In fact, it's not. It's the far post in-swinger, and it's hit the other corner flag and gone out. So the highlight comes to an end. So far, we've been the better team, We're going to demand more though, because we did miss a penalty. Hugill's not playing well. A lot of that will be down to his missed penalty. McCann with a free kick. Goes for goal, too high. And the highlight will come to an end. So what else could we possibly change to improve things? Half time, Jordan Hugill's getting even worse. I think he's got to come off. And at the moment, I think I'll probably leave it at that. But we'll see. Callum Hardy plays it back to Zach Williams, into Tabiner, finds Wakeling. And Jacob Wakeling has his 8th goal of the season. It is Crewe Alexandra 1, Forest Green Rovers 0. I'm still going to take Hugill off at half time. Ben to Hardy, plays it back to Booth in goal. Booth holds on to the ball, plays it out to Williams. Square to Doyle, who crosses halfway, plays it short to Wakeling. His ball over the top for Doyle, who finds the back of the net, and Bill Doyle makes it Crewe Alexandra 2, Forest Green Rovers 0 before half time. So far so good, and we're deepening Forest Green Rovers relegation worries, whilst at the same time are we igniting our own playoff ambitions. Joel Tabiner into Hugill. Hugill shoots and it's saved by Ejaheri. So good effort, but not quite good enough. Still not going to be enough to get Hugill out for the second half, I don't think. No, he's still on a 6.2. So, going well, capable of better. And we will make that change. So it will be a double change. Hugill for Chris Long. And also, Jay Ben is going to come off for... they're recommending Billy Sass-Davis. Is he any good at right back? Not really. Not sure what else I can do though. He's going to have to stay on, I think. Unless, let's have a look for potential changes. Now, there is only Jay Ben who can play right back in the squad. So he's going to stay on, and it will be just the one change. So let's get out there for the second half. Let's encourage. We're in the lead by 2-0. I should have praised rather than encouraged. That would have been a more accurate thing to do. Ben is struggling, so I am probably going to have to get him off. Hardy's corner, headed away, and the second effort is just over the crossbar. So I think we are going to have to go with Ben off, Sass-Davis on, and play with an out-of-position player at right back. Right, Harrison needs to come off, and we'll bring on... let's bring on Charlie Ward. Ball over the top for Armstrong, and it's wide. So good opportunity not taken. And now we're going to need to make 2 substitutions with our final stoppage. So let's take off Callum Hardy for Max Woodcock, and Ben Calder for Connor O'Riordan. And in fact, we'll try Ben Calder at right back. No, he's worse than Sass-Davis. While I'm making that substitution, we've scored again to make it 3-0. So I forgot to pause it, but never mind. 3-0 then. And we've still got about 12 minutes to go, plus added time, of course. And the gap to the playoffs is down to 7. So it's well into single figures. Edgeherry to Byrne, so Forest Green have it. Aziz back to Bennett. Hennigan to Bendel, back to Hennigan. This is going to be too little too late for Forest Green, but they are knocking it around us quite nicely. Aziz into Bendel, onto Tiofo, and the highlight finally comes to an end into 6 minutes of stoppage time. And the gap still 7 points. There's your full-time whistle. Crewe Alexandra 3, Forest Green Rovers 0. I'll be back in a moment to confirm the league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the league table then, and confirmation that back-to-back wins has taken us up to 14th in the table. We've got 6 wins, 3 draws and 8 defeats from our 17 matches, 21 points on the board, 7 adrift of the playoffs. So let's have a look at when we're going to come back. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to come back at the start of December, and I'll show you the away game against Cheltenham and the home game against Salford. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.